Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing great at home. So today's video content is about the Q&As that I have received in the previous week. I have received a lot of them personally also, but I will be answering to a few of them in this first part and will answer to the rest in the second part. So these questions which I will be answering are mostly asked by a lot of them, so that's why I have taken up the basic questions. So let's get started with the Q&A answering. So the first question I received is from a lady. She has just conceived and she's facing a lot of hair fall problem. So ma'am, you don't have to worry. This is very basic. People, especially ladies after pregnancy, have this hair fall issue. So you don't have to worry so much. The best solution for this is having dry fruits. I have already mentioned the amount of dry fruits and the quantity that needs to be taken in my previous video. So please check that out. Dry fruits के साथ साथ आप flax seeds लीजिए. फ्लैक्स सीड्स ओमेगा 3 और ओमेगा 6 में बहुत रिच है, तो ये आपके हेयर फॉल को बहुत जल्दी बंद कर देगा. उसके अलावा आप आंवला का ऑयल आता है वो अप्लाई कीजिए. आंवला ऑयल इज़ वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर योर हेयर फॉलिकल्स एंड इट कीप्स योर हेयर हेल्दी फ्रॉम विद इन एंड जल्दी से आपका हेयर फॉल नहीं होगा उससे. सो ये 3 चीज़ें आप कीजिए एंड आई होप दिस विल हेल्प यू आउट फॉर योर हेयर फॉल. So the second question I received is very basic and a lot of girls and guys are facing nowadays. It is about the acne marks. How do you prevent your acne marks, or how do you get rid of your acne marks, and also the dry flaky skin under the eye. So I'll tell you the acne mark first. Excuse me. So for the acne marks, why does it generally happen is because of 2 reasons. The first reason is when there's a lot of dead skin that has been accumulated inside, acne pops out. And another reason is when there is not enough nourishment given to your skin. Yeah, your skin needs a lot of nourishment. It needs good moisture, and when that is not given, acne pops out. So what I can suggest you for this is have detox water, plenty of water intake. So when a normal individual takes in like 2 to 3 liters, you please take in 3.5 to 4 liters of water and detox water. Yeah, that will help you a lot. And after that, for your acne scars, what you can do is, which have been left behind, with the help of a Q-tip, just take in like half a teaspoon of baking soda, and along with that, just add a little of lemon, like 3-4 drops of lemon. Mix it well and apply it on your scars, and just leave it for like 10 minutes before you shower, and then just wash off your face. So this will actually help you. Do it for 7 times a week, that is every day, and you will actually feel a difference. And for the dry flaky skin, this is not a very acceptable reason by everyone, but you have to reduce the bathing time actually, because the more amount of water you put in on your body, the more amount of flaky your skin becomes. This is for the people who have dry flaky skin and not normal skin. So for this, the solution is aloe vera and coconut oil. Mix both of them, apply it under your eye, and keep it overnight, and the next day you just remove it. But your skin under the eye is very sensitive and it really absorbs whatever you put in. So just apply aloe vera and coconut oil, and that will help you. And while bathing, use warm water. That is very important. Don't use waters on the extremities. That is, don't use next level cold water and next level hot water. Use water on a basic, a neutral temperature. So use that, and I think that will help you. And to prevent further acne marks, get on to your diet. Look what you're eating. Like, if you're eating good, you're eating bad, what is going inside your body. Please keep a check on all of that. And if you sweat a lot also, your acne marks won't come, or acne wouldn't pop out. Yeah, exercising is a very important one. So follow this, and I hope this will help you out. So the next question I received is about varicose veins. How do you get rid of varicose veins, and how do you prevent varicose veins? So basically, varicose veins come due to 2 reasons. That is, when you basically gain weight very rapidly, or you lose weight rapidly. Yeah, so it can be any of them, and there may be other reasons also, but this is like the basic and the common reason why varicose veins happen. So the best way to get rid of varicose veins is basically exercise. Yes, I have no other home remedy for varicose veins, because the best remedy is exercising. The more you exercise, it will help the varicose veins vanish. But apart from that also, there are a few things that you can follow. You can have an olive oil massage. I am not really sure about the olive oil massage, but any kind of massage to the varicose veins will help it, and olive oil will help it a little better. So you can do that, and apart from that, it depends on the intensity of the varicose veins. So the person who DM me for the varicose veins, please DM me. I will help you out personally depending on the intensity of the varicose veins you have. So I think this will help you out. So the next question I received is about intermittent fasting. So see, I will tell you what intermittent fasting is. It is basically when people do not have food from lunch to lunch, or breakfast to breakfast, or dinner to dinner. So that is how they manipulate their eating patterns. This is intermittent fasting. This basically helps to reduce weight and a lot of other things. Intermittent fasting is good. According to me, it's like the best form of fasting. Again, depending on what you eat after you open up your fast. Yeah. So before knowing this, it is very important to know people who cannot perform intermittent fasting. So people who are pregnant cannot do it. People who are breastfeeding, people as in ladies who are breastfeeding, ladies who are pregnant cannot do intermittent fasting. People who are under the age of 18 do not perform intermittent fasting. People who are underweight do not perform intermittent fasting. People who are anorexic is basically like an eating disorder. So people who are doing all of this, or who fall under these, do not perform intermittent fasting. But people who can perform intermittent fasting, everyone who is healthy, people who have high BP, cholesterol, heart issues, stress, anxiety, depression, weight loss, etc., 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 can perform intermittent fasting. This is the best way that you can lose weight. This is the best way you can get your BP to control, your cholesterols to control, all your other issues to control. So intermittent, I think I will make up another video on what foods you should eat and should not be eating during intermittent fasting. But I think this much will help you about intermittent fasting. So according to me, it's a very good form of fasting that you can follow. Yeah. So I think I have answered to that question of yours. Also, another point I forgot to mention about this is that for the intermittent fasting, you can do a 16-8 method. In this, you restrict yourself to eating only 8 hours in a day, and the other 16 hours you restrain yourself from eating any solid food. Like you can take in liquids for sure, but eating only for 8 hours. So you can use a 16-8 method. This is the best method you can follow for the IM fasting. So the next question I received was about how important protein is and what is the percentage of protein an individual should take on a daily basis. So first I'll answer to how much percentage of protein. So basically an individual can take around 1.5 to 2.5 grams of protein per body weight, per body kilo weight. So for example, if you are 40 kgs, then you just do 40 into 1.5, or just take 2. So it comes around 65 grams of protein. So an individual should take 65 grams of protein if he's 40 kilos. So accordingly, you can calculate your protein intake according to your body weight. And is protein important? Yes, protein is very important for our body. It keeps our muscles hydrated. It helps in muscle gain. For strength, endurance, protein is needed. So for a vegetarian, it is important to get like a direct source of protein, but we can actually do a mix match of our diet, and that will help us give us that amount of protein. Foods that are very rich in protein which you can actually take is tofu. It is a vegetarian food, and you can take rajma, take in a lot of dals, take in dairy products, take in paneer. Paneer is very, very important source of protein. Like every day you can have like a 5-6 slices of paneer. This will actually help you for your daily requirement of protein. Yeah. So I think this helped you out, and this is what I wanted to say about the amount of protein intake you have to take. So one final question which I would like to answer is how can neem powder cure pimples? So neem powder and pimples go hand in hand. Like neem powder is the best solution for pimples, not for the acne marks, which I mentioned before, but for the pimples. So what you have to do is, I have already mentioned in my story, just you can go and check. You can make a neem paste, put it on your face wherever you have acne, and then just leave it for 10-15 minutes, and just wash it off with warm water. But apart from that, if you like orally take a neem, that will help you much more. I know it is very bitter, but you can have neem detox water. Like that's the best. That's the best way you can do. Or you can just take like neem powder before you sleep along with water. That will also help you get rid of the acne marks. So I think I have answered not a lot of questions, but a few of them. I will answer the others in my second part. So I hope these questions help you out, and please let me know after you use these remedies if they did help you. And until then, just stay fit, stay healthy, stay happy, keep smiling and smiling even more. Stay safe at home, stay hydrated, keep smiling, and until then, see you.